You're listening to The Fellas with Anthony McCoy,
Listen, man, that wasn't my fault. It was an unknown error.
Rich Thurston,
Someone said it was like the Bulls never changed their passwords, and Tibbs just popped in and did an auto trade.
Kev Lund,
We're out here doing this podcast, and these fools are out here blowing Super Bowls. Like, let's switch that up. Pay me a cool million, and I'll call the right place. I promise you.
and Kyle Straub.
When one of those point guards is James Harden, yes, the answer is yes, they are a better team.
Hey.
Hey. I don't really have an open. That's how we're going to start this one. I like that, McCoy. I didn't have anything planned, so how's everybody doing? Thanks for tuning in to The Fellas. As always, pleasure to have you along with us. The last couple of weeks, guys, we talked about big wins for our teams, comebacks, underdogs, that kind of stuff. In order to get to that point, at least most of the time, it all starts with the groundwork. And the groundwork I'm talking about are the young players you bring in, the rookies, the second-year guys that you watch them grow. So let's talk about that this week, and especially because it seems like every one of us have at least one of our teams that are dealing with that. Rich, you with the Lakers. Kev, the Yankees just made a nice run. They got a nice young core and some other young kids. And then Kev McCoy, you and I are getting ready
Who are
to do
you
that with
talking
the Bulls.
to? Me?
Everybody.
Kev?
To be honest with you, I'm looking down on the bottom line, and I was looking at all three of you, and you guys kept on popping up from one to the other because you just picked up your beer, and it made you go big screen. But McCoy, you and I have the Bulls upcoming. We don't have the young players yet, except for Laurie.
Marking and making moves, man.
You scholastic fucks always got young players, so.
That is true. At the college level, you're always dealing with it. And that's kind of where it starts and where I want to start this conversation off. The hype that's around all of the young kids today. Do you guys like it? Do you dislike it? Give me your take. And Rich, start with you because you've got years of it with the Lakers that you've been
Years
dealing
of
with.
it. Hold on, I've had like 4 years of it. Talk about years of it.
Which is years. You've dealt
You
with
got
it
the
the last
biggest
4
youngster, bro.
years.
You got the ball, man.
Have you or have you not dealt with it the last 4
No, I
years?
have. It's just you said
All right.
years, and it was like that's where I live my life as a
He's
Laker
entitled
fan.
Laker
Screw the
fans
years.
out here.
It has been recently.
You just got-
and how has that life been?
The
Oh,
most
all right.
craziest youngster. The ball.
It's been wild actually because people want these kids to do so much so quickly. Like D'Angelo Russell was a bust 2 minutes into his first summer league game because he missed like his first 3 shots and had a turnover. But it might just be a Laker fan thing. But
Oh, it is.
it seems like too much is expected from him. Like people never want to give him time to grow. People never want to give him time to like learn the game or just adjust to being a 19-year-old in a business. So
And in
it's crazy.
playing a grown man's sport.
Yeah,
That's
exactly,
another thing that
yeah.
I think a lot of people don't think about with the young kids. Where do you think the hype came from? Has it always been around, or has it gotten bigger as we've gotten older because social media and the internet has grown?
Hell yeah.
I think wasn't it there with LeBron? I remember watching his high school games on ESPN.
Yeah, but
It was
It
like-
LeBron
was,
was
part
but
of
like
it.
internet was just beginning to start to like kick off when that was happening. So ESPN was able to do a little bit more with it, and his name was out there.
Yeah.
And
But before
LeBron was
him, I don't
also
remember
hailed for
anybody.
what he is. So, I mean, it's like that, once in a lifetime type player coming through. Of course he's going to get that extra hype.
See, but at the same time, my thought process goes to your boy Sebastian Telfair.
That is your boy.
Was he not? Was he not hyped up as a once in a lifetime player?
Free
And
Bassie,
that was
man.
before LeBron.
They were on the cover of Slam.
Free
He was supposed
Bassie,
to
but he wasn't
cross
hyped like
everybody
LeBron,
out.
though. I mean,
Oh,
definitely
he was,
had
he was
attention
supposed to
on him.
cross everybody out. God
Because he
himself.
was so nice in high school.
he was crossing y'all up in live.
The system.
Sebastian Telfair, the ultimate system player.
But
Remember
don't you
he did
feel
that,
like
remember he
don't
had
you-
that interview on ESPN and he just looked like a deer in the headlights?
Yeah.
Like, you could tell he
Yeah.
wasn't ready for any of that.
yeah, he was worried they're gonna see his guns.
Yeah, right?
Keep them cameras up front, man.
But the hype thing isn't just with basketball, though, Kev.
No,
I
that's
mentioned
what I was
it
gonna
with
say.
The Yankees and even the Jets too. We could talk about the safeties
Look
if you
at-
want to that we just drafted.
Just look at football in general. Like, you get drafted in the first round as a quarterback. There's no more you don't sit no more. Like, you get to sit for like 4 to 5 games. Like, look
Yeah,
at
that.
look at, you used to get drafted in the first round and sit for 1 or 2. Aaron Rodgers
perfect
sat.
example.
Carson
Yeah.
Palmer sat. Like, all those dudes back in the day just always sat for at least a year, and you're just thrown into it. And yeah, like look at Aaron Judge. That dude hit 52 home runs, batted 282, 100 and some RBIs, hit clutch hits in the playoffs, and it's like, can't he do more? It's like, dude, he's
People like
rookie.
Kyle want to hate on him.
And I'm not talking about that. I'm like, even the New Yorkers and the papers were going ape shit on him in the playoffs. Like, that dude's a rookie, dude.
Well, it's New York. That's why. That's just New York is gonna hate on everybody. Like,
Well, Houston did the same shit to their youngsters. They were
Did
killing
they?
them. Those dudes went like over in the middle games there. So, and that just goes to show you all the ALCS. All the home teams won.
how many people
Youngsters,
get to these?
dude.
Yeah, like how many young guys get to these situations and just ball out in their first like playoff series where they need clutch moments? Like, who just steps
Not
into
many.
those and is nasty?
Not many.
Yeah, not many at all.
That's
Yeah,
where we
like-
need those jerseys, Rich,
But
with
for
the
some
chips in
reason
them.
in today's
Hmm.
for some reason though in today's world we're in this everything has to be right now, instant satisfaction, and like Kev said, nobody can wait just a couple of years, and then all of a sudden you go from having some kid who maybe was going to be good, but you force him in and he's terrible, or a stud like Aaron Rodgers turns out to be.
Yeah, like you put so much pressure on these dudes, like Brandon Ingram right now. Like he's so under the microscope. If that's just probably so hard. Like he's dealing with so much at that age. Like it's crazy. It just makes me want these dudes to succeed even more. Like Lonzo gets hated on so much, and it's like I just hope he's nice to shut everybody up. You know?
Well, I think Lonzo is a little bit of an exception to this, just because of the hype around him has been so much different than everybody else. But I get what you're saying though, because with Ingram, it's been since last year, Rich, right?
Oh, yeah.
The problem with Ingram is I don't like you watch him and he really doesn't look good at anything. And there was a guy.
Which shocks me, because when I watched him when he was in college, he looked good at everything.
Yeah, and I said, because there were people bashing him on Twitter, and I said people grow at different rates, people mature at different rates, so you got to give them time. And I believe that, but a guy said to me, what great player looked this bad, like, coming into the league? And, like, he kind of stumped me. Like, I said Kobe, I said Chauncey Billups, I said, well, Chauncey Billups really isn't a great player, but it was hard to find, like, well, he's not, right? Chauncey Billups isn't a
not.
great player,
Yeah,
right?
I'm
Top
with you. I
10
just
point
think it's
guard of
funny.
all time.
But,
I know
like,
there's people that would ride for that he is, and it's just
I
funny.
mean, he's really good,
Yeah.
but, like,
Yeah.
I couldn't think of a player that looked this lost in his first few games. Like, he does, I don't really know what he's good at. He can't shoot. He drives. Like, when he drives, he does okay.
Yeah.
But other than that, like, even then, like, he has a hard time finishing sometimes. But I don't know what he's really great at. And that's what makes me worry. Because there's never been a glimpse of, like, oh, look, there it is.
Is part of that because there hasn't been that long or that big of a span where you can take kids that were 19 going into the league with the kind of hype they are.
I mean, it could be, yeah.
You know, and then the other part of it is, and this is my whole thing with the hype around kids going into the NBA specifically because they're 1 year removed from college. They're 18. You don't know what they're going to be. They don't know what they're going to be because they're not done growing yet.
Yeah, that's why. I mean, I said that people should just adjust their ceiling for him. Like, let him be good first. Like right
Yeah,
now,
like,
he's figuring
just
it
let
out.
him
Right.
let him figure it out. You
Yeah.
know, he doesn't even have to be good. Just figure it out for 2 seasons. If people want to start judging after that, go for it.
I mean, it all comes back to like where you get picked out, like your situation. Because
I was
if
just
that
gonna
dude was
say
in,
that.
say, on any other team, like really any other team, I don't think it would be.
No, because
Like
you just
this
said
at all.
New York. New York would be.
Yeah, the Knicks.
Even though the Knicks suck, it's New York. You're going to be expected to be great instantly there.
Yeah, the Knicks, right?
The
right.
Knicks?
We got
Come
like
on.
marketing on the Bulls. Nobody cares what he's doing, you know.
Yo,
So what do you think will happen with him? Do you think that Laurie will actually get a couple of years to develop?
Laurie
He's got
has.
Or do you think
double-doubles
Chicago's
already.
big enough and that social media is out there where everything is constantly covered?
He's got a couple double doubles already.
Yeah, Laurie's already had better games than Brandon Ingram.
Yeah, like
has
he
ever
hit
had.
like 3 or 4 threes.
Well, no, I
in a
know. I'm
game.
not saying just exactly like Brandon Ingram. I just mean the generalization
No.
that fans are like, "Oh, look, he had 6 bad games. Get this dude out of here.
No,
He's a bust."
That
that's
won't
my
happen
point,
this year.
though. That's my point, though. Like, because if Brandon Ingram would have started off his career, or even this season with the 2 games that Laurie had, people would be freaking out and calling him the greatest
Yeah.
player
First
ever.
impression
Yeah,
gets you so high right away.
he would
Okay.
be. Then, like, they've already said he's next James Worthy, and it's like, all right, you need pumped brakes.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
He's supposed to be KD right away, man.
Yeah, yeah. KD said he was ahead of him at that age, and it's like, you were pretty good, KD. Like,
Just
if
because he
this
was
is what-
lanky and tall and skinny.
Yeah,
He's
basically.
KD.
Just because he looked like him. He's a looked apart all-star right now.
I really don't like his hair.
Who, Ingram?
Yeah,
Alonzo.
I haven't seen his hair.
yeah. Lonzo's.
I thought when he was coming out of college that he reminded me more of like a Tayshaun Prince.
Yeah, but see, people hear that and they're like, "Oh, it's
Oh,
Tayshaun
no.
Prince." Yeah,
Get him off my team.
I think that,
Bust.
Tayshaun made plays though, man. He had that mean block
I'm not
on
saying
Reggie.
Tayshaun was
They,
bad.
don't,
like,
they just
no,
don't want him
I'm
to look
on-
like Tayshaun. That's why.
So how much of that though do you think is a difference between fan bases, not just where they're from, but fan bases, where like the Lakers fans seem to be a little more demanding instantly
A
of their
little?
players. Hold on, than even compared to the Knicks.
Because the Knicks suck, man. There ain't nobody looking to see what the Frenchman's doing. Like, no, you know what I mean? He was number 1 draft
Yeah.
pick, and there's no pressure on that guy.
But they don't want to trade him for Bledsoe.
Exactly. It's like the dumbest thing.
Oh, that's what that said?
Hernan Gomez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I read
Yeah.
it
They
wrong.
want
I
to
thought
trade
it said
Herman
they were.
Gomez or Ntilikina
Willie.
or whatever.
I read it
Hernan
wrong. I thought
Gomez.
it
Like,
said
what
they
the hell?
wanted to trade them, and I didn't understand why everyone was saying they were dumb. And I was like,
No.
all right, I'll just leave it alone.
The Frenchman and Willie are
Rich, that
untouchable.
one's on you. You should have known that there was something going on that you read wrong. If we were saying the Knicks were dumb and you thought you were the only one who thought differently, like, hold on, let me go back to
Yeah,
the beginning.
yeah, no.
I must have missed
No, I
something.
don't blame you for being confused, son.
I was in the middle of
You
it.
should
Everyone
be.
was
Like,
like,
what
way
the
to
hell?
go, Knicks, stupid Knicks again. And I was like, I don't know what they're saying. So I just left it alone.
Frank and
Yo, I
Willie
miss- I-
are untouchable.
Untouchable.
Untouchable, son. The future right there.
So is that part of hype around Frank? It's New York, and this dude that probably 90% of New York Knicks fans have never seen play has been hyped up, and now the media makes it where the front office doesn't want to move him.
He balled out in the international tournament and
Yeah.
helped get France. Listen, man, all these people need is a glimpse.
True,
Like, you know.
true.
The Knicks haven't been good, like actually good in so long. I was like, when's the last time they had a legit team that you thought, like, oh, they can do something? Like
Do something like by do
99?
something. Do you mean
Throw
like
up the
go
LJ,
to the
son.
Yeah,
conference
99.
championship? Then yeah, like LJ years, Ewing.
Yeah, son. When was that? Like the late '90s, like,
Yeah.
like.
When they went to the finals.
Hit him with the 4-point play out there.
Yeah. That's how long ago.
God, I was like 13.
Yeah, son. Like that shit was a while ago. The Knicks and the Jets fans are so similar in that they're always so hopeful about their team every year.
And the
But then
Mets.
they
Don't
suck.
forget about the Mets.
And the Mets. Yeah, right, the Mets. I was gonna
Hold on
include
a
them.
second. Now. You just hold on. You just lumped the Mets and the Jets into the same as the Knicks, and Kev, you cannot agree with that.
I do, though, because they all
You
lose.
think the Jets are the same level as the Knicks?
I do. When's
Really?
the last time they won anything? And they're
We at least
they're
we
a
at least go to the
circus.
goddamn playoffs.
They're a
We at least
circus.
compete. The Knicks don't even do that.
They're a circus,
They
dude.
did. They were in there a few times with Melo, though.
They're both a
When?
bunch of buffoons.
Melo
When did
made
they
it on
make
the
it out
Knicks
of
like
the
a time
first
or
round?
two.
They
Wow.
went-
When's the last time?
Like 2012.
If,
They went
if,
and lost to Indiana in the second round.
if either owner walked the streets of New York, they'd be slapped in the face.
Oh, I 100% agree with
And
you on
that
that.
explains all that needs to be explained.
Let them know, Kev. Lumping you right in there.
Aw, they
You're
are.
not. You're out of your mind, both of you.
I'm gonna interrupt, and I have the Bucks and Matt and Hornets on,
Yeah, me too.
and Giannis is taller than Dwight Howard.
That's not surprising to me though. Like,
There's a
Dwight's
young
only
sick.
like 6'10".
yeah, like you've been pointing that out for years.
Oh, I
that
thought
random
Dwight
dudes
was
are taller
seven.
than
No.
Dwight Howard.
Pau Gasol was so much taller than Dwight Howard.
Right.
Like
I
Don
saw a video.
Maker's
was it
about
one
to
of you
tower
guys?
over him.
Was it one of you guys that sent the video of Antetokounmpo with the like one dribble
Yeah.
past midcourt again? Good lord!
He's a beast.
What's he averaging? 38 points a game right now?
Yeah, 38.8.
I don't,
And I
I
don't
don't
see the
even
Hornets
care what
stopping
he's
that.
averaging. Just
I
to
don't see anyone
see a
stopping him.
human being only have to take one step across half court and not travel and easily put it in the hoop is absolutely insane.
Dude, I went to the park the
the
other
court
day,
needs to be bigger.
walking my dogs, and we have a basketball court over here, and I stood at half court, and I was just picturing that. It's like, how did this guy do that? Like,
Right? Imagine him standing next to you, like,
and that's NBA length. Like, I don't even know if the park was that big.
The other day, or 2 nights ago when they played Portland, he was the first player in like 10 years to like hit a game-winning shot in the last 10 seconds, then get a steal and a block to end the game.
it's like, not tonight,
Because
Portland.
because who's the center on Portland? That Nokic guy?
Nurkic, yeah.
Nurkic, yeah, he blocked him in the beginning of the game and ran down the court with his finger in the air,
Yeah.
which was awesome.
Yeah.
But then at the end of the game, he went at Giannis, and Giannis just tossed it.
Was having none of
Yeah,
it.
Why?
and it won the game. Like it was the block to win the game.
Why was he shooting the game winner with Lillard and McCullough on the court, though?
I don't know. I think it was like a pick and
Smooth, that's
roll,
why.
and like
He wasn't even shooting it. It was like a good 5-6 feet beyond the 3-point line. They were just starting to get in their offense, and Giannis
Yeah.
just said no.
Yeah.
Came around, reached around, poked it away, and off to the races.
I just
going
felt bad. I felt bad
Three
for
strides-
your boy Marvin Williams. He was
3
just
strides later, he was at the rim.
it was just his job to guard Giannis in the post.
That's gotta suck.
Where was the hype with Giannis? I don't remember any hype for this dude at all. I don't remember the year he was drafted because he was that under the radar.
It
I remember
started like 3 years ago because I remember telling McCoy, "You hear about this guy, the Greek freak in Milwaukee?"
So I remember once he was in the NBA,
Yeah.
there was nothing.
I remember
prior to
hearing
that, though.
Greek Freak on draft night.
Yeah,
And then I remember the Knicks drafted his brother, and I was like, "Oh, I hope he could be half as good." So
Yeah,
New York's
right.
got one
Of
too.
course not. Since the Knicks got him.
Well,
The
yeah.
first time I remember him, Rich, was when it was in our group chat when a couple of years ago in the playoffs. I was pissed because the one announcer
Yep.
didn't know how to say Antetokounmpo and just kept on saying the Greek freak,
I remember that.
but never heard about him
That was
ever
against the
before.
Bulls,
that. Like,
wasn't
why
it?
was there no?
I think it was.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
why I
'cause
was watching.
He got kicked out because he pushed. Who the hell
Dunleavy?
shot? Dunleavy went to shoot the three, and he
Oh,
just
boy.
ran it down the court in 2
For
steps
life.
and shoved him.
But my point is, though, with all the hype that we're talking about, and everybody seems to be shoved in your face, how is somebody that good and that big had no hype like them?
Well, he went
Yeah.
late in the draft, and he's from like he was what? Where is he from?
Greece.
Greek? Yeah,
Greece.
yeah, Greece. Yeah, Greek freak. Yeah, that makes sense. He
He's from Turkey, actually.
Is he really?
no. He
That would have been hysterical if he was from Turkey, but somebody started calling him the Greek freak, and that was just his nickname.
I wish his brother was good so bad. That would have been
Yeah,
so
I bet
sick
you
to
do.
have. Not for the Knicks. I don't give a shit. That would have been so cool to have 2 of them motherfuckers running around the league.
Yeah, right.
Brothers squaring off on the court. That's so sick.
His brother's like the same size almost too, isn't
he's on his 6-0 run by himself right now.
he? Yeah. That post spin move he had was nice before.
Yeah. Like I don't know how you can stop this guy.
And again, I mean, snarling out there too. Like he knows he's about to get in some ass.
And he's so big.
Yeah.
Is that jump shot still flowing like it was in the preseason?
He's getting to the rim right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. I mean,
That
like,
preseason jump shot was nice.
if he gets a jump shot, like he might be the best player ever. Like Kevin Durant might be onto something.
Yeah, for once. Getting kicked out of the game again.
He's got like almost 20 turnovers in 2 games, Kevin Durant.
Does he? I think they're
Yeah.
just trying too hard right now.
Or
Well,
not trying hard enough at all
They'll
because they
settle
just
down.
don't give a crap.
oh my God.
Excuses.
I saw today on the power rankings for ESPN that they're playing more isolation and their defense is horrible through 3 games. Like they're 27th in the league.
Oh, so they're starting to be the Thunder again.
They'll get it.
So
They'll
he
be
went to
fine.
Golden State, and within 1 year, he's turning them into what the Thunder offense was.
Yep.
Kind of, yeah.
Cool.
They out here throwing mouthpieces at refs and shit.
Told you, man. That's why they're not going
Rich
to make
said
the
it.
finals.
Yeah, I was just about
Yeah.
to say it. Rich said it. They ain't making
There
the
you go.
finals.
I mean, they could go like 41-41 and sweep the playoffs, but
Yeah, right.
You know,
Once they get
there's a
pissed off
different
enough.
type
And,
of there's a different type of hype I didn't even think about, a team hype, because they've been to 3 straight NBA finals. Does that team hype internally start to get to them? Is that why?
Pat Riley has
Like
a
you
book
said, mate.
called the hunger the problem of more, where like as your team gets success, everyone else on the team, like even the 11th man on the bench, thinks that they're the reason for the success. So he starts wanting commercials and stuff. And he said if the coach can't handle it, it'll ruin the team.
I can believe that.
yeah, you get that ego.
Yeah.
Think nobody can beat you.
I hope that that McAdoo kid from UNC. I hope he's walking around letting
I
Steph.
don't think he's on,
on
Golden
Philly
State
now.
anymore.
Is
Yeah,
he?
Yeah.
he's a bum.
Yeah, remember he tried to block that shot and was on the other side of the
Yes.
rim?
It was so bad.
Like the dude was on the complete opposite side of the rim and his arm hit the opposite side of the rim. Like, what are you doing?
in his spotlighted 3 minutes of playing time.
Yeah, right, seriously. Like, that's why you don't get in the game.
Nick Young is the reason that the Warriors are in the collapse mode, man. He's got that locker room turn up.
Internal turmoil. Kev, do you think the hype stuff with kids coming out of college is the same in football, or do you think maybe it's a little different because they're older?
Well, they ain't too old, but
They're 2
They're
years
older
older.
than
It's
basketball,
and
yeah.
in terms of your maturity of your body, being 19 compared to 21 or 22 is a pretty big difference.
man, I don't know. The hype is. I think the hype is crazy for them too, because the draft takes over April, man, and then it's on TV and what time you ran and how much weight you put up. Like these quarterbacks that we're not even talking about on my list here that we talk about every once in a while.
I don't give a shit about that.
There's
list
like
anymore.
8 dudes that are about to get drafted in the second round just because they throw nice in shorts and a t-shirt, dude. So the hype is, I think the hype for youngsters is bigger than ever because everybody realizes that's where it's at. They're
But I mean,
cheaper.
do you think the leash is a little bit longer in the NFL? Because in the NBA, like we were talking about, if you don't do well in 6 games to start your career off, some people consider you a bust. Do you think it's the same in the NFL, or you think maybe they get a little bit longer?
They get longer at every position but quarterback.
True.
Because look at everybody. Everybody thought Goff was a failure, and we were all joking on him. He didn't know where the sun set and rose.
It wasn't
and shit.
his fault that he had the most mediocre coach of all time.
Oh, 7-9, baby. But now look at him. He gets a good coach and in second year experience, and he's all right. But like if you,
Actually,
I mean,
has
a
some
middle
receivers.
linebacker like Jamal Adams, if he went out there and played whatever, I mean, it would suck. They'd write some crap about him, but he'd still be there for the next 3 or 4 years. I mean, you know what I mean? A quarterback, they might say, hey, after 3 years, you're crap. I'm trading you. You're out of here.
Yeah, we've seen that with the Jets for the last, 20 years. Nobody lasts more than 3 years with us.
Nah, and they're ready. I mean, if they're ready in the NFL, they're ready to run you out as a QB, but not.
Unless you're
not
Andrew Luck.
Well, that's a secret. No one knows what's that's mysterious. Andrew Luck. They said he
He
had the
don't even
same
play
shoulder
him,
surgery as Pennington, dude. He's out. He's
That dude's hurt
done.
all the time. And when he does play, he throws mad picks.
I was listening to Herm Edwards talking about the surgery he just had,
Herm knows.
comparing it to Chad. He was like, he better take this year off. Coming back with that
Didn't he miss
noodle.
some mad last season, too?
I
was
know.
that, McCoy?
He
Didn't
always
he
was
miss a
hurt.
lot of last season, too, or the year before that? Like, he had something with his, lung or some shit, didn't he?
I thought it was like a spleen or something, but yeah, he did have some time he missed last year.
And he got, $150 million in between all this.
And he's
Yeah,
just
this
been
offseason,
okay
I
for his
think.
career, right?
Yeah.
Hasn't he
He's
just been okay?
he's literally a product of hype, and he came in his rookie year and he threw mad touchdowns, looked the same as Peyton Manning, who he took over for, but then he never got better. Everybody always expected the touchdowns to go up a little more and the interceptions to come
Turnovers, yeah.
down.
The Colts
And it
didn't
never,
do
he
him
never
any
even
favors.
replicated that.
He's kind of trash.
The Colts didn't do him
Yeah,
no favors.
but
though.
that hype, like you guys were talking about, that first reaction to him has carried him through to apparently a big-ass contract.
It must be nice.
there's only like 18 people walking the earth that can play that position. So
Yeah.
I mean, if you show
And only 6 of them do it well.
if you show a glimpse, they're throwing the Brinks truck at you.
Well, I was going to say that's why the NBA and quarterback are probably the spots where young kids get the most pressure on them. Because the NBA, all you need is one. It could be a center, it could be a small
Yeah.
forward, a power forward, a shooting guard, or a point
Could
guard.
change the whole dynamic of your
Yeah,
team.
and in quarterback, all you need is one. Like he'll cover up for every. Like look at Green Bay. Green Bay is Green Bay because of Aaron Rodgers.
Uh-huh.
So
Did they lose
You know what's
yesterday?
interesting? Yes. You know what's interesting about that, though, is the only team that you can say that that's not true is the one with the best quarterback. Like, if Tom Brady's not on the Patriots, we've seen it already. The Patriots are still really good.
yeah,
They still win.
Yeah, but they're
They don't
not
have good
championship
quarterback
good.
play, but
No, but, I mean, look at the Packers. Like, just because Rich brought it up, the Packers go from maybe Super Bowl to, are you going to win a game?
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers covers up that much for them.
look what happened to the Colts when Manning got hurt.
Yeah. They win one game that year, maybe 2,
Did they beat you guys?
probably.
Chances are. Go Jets.
QB
Oh, no,
is
I'm thinking
crazy,
of something
dude.
else.
QB in the NFL is wild. That
Is that the hardest position in sports?
Has to be.
I guess. I mean, so few people do it, right? I mean,
Yeah, right.
I'm confused by it. I feel like if I really put my time and energy and could throw a football, like, but these motherfuckers just
Yeah, but you like you can physically do it, but I think why so many people struggle is because you've got 11 other people out there trying to make sure you don't
Yeah,
complete
trying
a
to rip your
pass,
head off.
and you have to figure out where to throw it. They're all world-class athletes, and you literally have 5 seconds to do it, if not
Yeah.
less.
Or you're
Dude,
getting
if so-
crushed
if
by some
there's
behemoths.
obviously
Yeah, let's not
there's
forget
a
about
there's
the
a key to
elephants
do
that
it.
are stampeding towards you.
Those angry rhinos out there.
There's a key, dude. You know, Tom and Aaron and all those dudes are doing something. You just got to sit there and figure out what the hell they're doing.
Yeah.
That's bad funny. You know how many people watch these games and think they can do what these people do?
Everybody
Like I'll
on our
never
Twitter.
forget. There was a question on Twitter that was like, if you and Kawhi Leonard were trapped in a
Oh,
the
we had this
gym
conversation.
and you had a score to leave, how long would you be there? And this one guy was like, I'll die in that gym. And I was like, you're absolutely right. And it was like he never gets tired too. Like he's not going to get fatigued or anything.
I'll get tired way before him. Like,
But even if you,
Yeah, like even if that is a factor, it's not going to help.
I'm gonna go
Four
drink
of
some
us
water and
couldn't
take a nap
score
for a
on
while.
Kawhi.
I'll try again in the morning.
Kev, I
Hope
think,
you catch him sleeping when you wake up.
I don't know if the four of us could do it.
yeah, I don't know.
You don't- We'd all be
Covering
in
the
there
whole
for
pit,
mad
like
long.
we're not getting an easy shot off.
I'm telling
Yo,
you,
we can get one of us open, and eventually make a shot between 4 of us.
I'm telling you right
What's
now,
up?
if it's 2 of us, I'm still picking him.
What's that? Some like triple pick on him to get somebody open.
I don't.
Yeah, exactly. Just set a
Just
wall.
stagger it. Like you got it.
Like
You can't
3 of us
knock
are gonna
it.
have to fight him.
You gotta knock it down. Kevin.
And then someone's just gonna have to get to the hoop real
Knock him
quick.
out.
Third person on the end of the wall. Throw the Draymond foot kick into him. Hope that you
But,
slow
like-
him up enough.
But see, like the crazy thing is, people always go to like Kawhi Leonard, or they'll go to like LeBron or something. It's like you're not going to score against J.R. Smith.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, seriously.
Like,
James Harden's out here locking you
yes,
up. Like.
James Harden will put the clamps on. I know
Willie
you've seen all the-
Willie Hernan Gomez come out here. You'll be stuck in that gym forever. Or Lori. Lori. BP.
Yeah, Lori.
BP will knock you out. Keep you in that gym.
No, so
Yeah, nobody's
you ain't
scoring
getting
on
around his
BP.
reach. Like, these guys' wingspans are so crazy, you're not getting around it.
But like you
Well, and I
couldn't,
think
you
the
couldn't
other-
score on Allen Iverson.
The other thing people aren't remembering is that just because they may not look like they're good defensively on TV, they're world-class athletes. The shit they can do is insane. It's not real.
Yeah,
They're not
You're
good
not
versus the
doing
best
anything
players
against
in the
them.
world.
Well, they think they can score on AI because they pick the smaller one. Well, he's more my size. Yeah, but that smaller one can dunk.
yeah.
He can barely even touch the backboard.
Like,
Isaiah
come on.
Thomas is out
It's
here
not the
taking the
same.
ball from you so quick, like, I didn't even see him.
And not even like Isaiah Thomas, like the Cavs Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
He's just gonna be so fast, son. Like you put the ball on the court and it's his, you know.
Yep.
I take half a dribble and the ball didn't even hit the floor and he's at the basket already. I'm like, what?
What was it on Levitard's show? They used to argue about when LeBron was in Miami, about how like the four of them, like Dan Levitard, like Stu Gatson, like the producers, if they played the Heat 4-on-4 or 5-on-5, like they could score a basket or score 10 points. And Dan was like,
No.
"You won't go across half court."
Absolutely not. He's 100% correct.
Nope.
Lockdown.
Like,
Yeah.
neither Dan Levitard or Stu Gatz look like they have any type of athletic ability
And Dan's like
in
6'4".
their bodies.
Dan's like 6'4". Like a
Is he
legit,
really?
Yeah, he's a legitimate 6'4". Him and
Still doesn't
Bomani.
look like he can.
Damn.
Doesn't even look like he can dribble a
I
basketball.
would have never guessed that.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
huge.
that's huge.
Yo, Stu Gatz had
He's
me
probably a
dying.
pretty big guy then too. Like size, he's like pretty.
Yo,
Did you hear?
sometimes
did you
he
hear
tells
Stu
stories
Gatz?
about him scrapping.
Did you hear him that he talked over the ESPN 30 for 30, like
Oh, yeah.
like about the guy sniffing the cocaine?
No,
Did
I
you
didn't
hear about
that
it?
one, but I've
Yo.
heard him do it before.
He talked over that like dramatic ass 30 for 30 beat and was just talking about how a night with a stripper can turn your sports career wrong. It was this ESPN 30 for 30. It was hilarious, dude.
That's funny.
Oh, I was cracking up.
Rich, I've heard him talk about scrapping on his show before.
Oh yeah, he used to
Like, I
throw.
don't-
He used
I
to
don't
throw
remember
hands
all
all
the
the time from what he sounds like.
Yeah,
He's
I
a
don't remember
Jets
all the
fan, that's
details
why.
for one of them, but
Oh no, Dan
Yeah.
Levitard, Kev.
Dan Levitard hates the Jets.
Oh my god, I thought you meant Stu Gatz was throwing hands all the time.
Oh, no,
I
Stu
could
Gatz
see that for
like
sure. I could see Stu
Stu
Gatz.
Gatz, Stu Gatz, I'm sure had to throw hands because of his mouth all the time.
Oh yeah.
That's why I said it. Oh, Dan Levitard's out here knocking people out.
Well, not even I. The one story that I heard on his show, I don't remember the details, but it ended with him in a white T-shirt and a bloody nose sitting on a gutter in a Miami street.
Yup, I
drunk.
heard that one before too. Yeah, because he got the shirt pulled over his head.
Yup.
Fucking Dan Levitard. That show is awesome.
Yeah, it's the best show you can listen to.
Yeah. After ours. No, they're definitely better than ours. Then you give ours a listen afterwards.
We gotta hook McCoy up to the lie detector.
For what?
That's what they do to Stu Gatz.
Whatever we want to ask.
Yo, because this dude lies about everything.
What are you trying to say, Kevin?
You lying ass.
Look you up and find out what the real root of the problem is with all these electronic.
Unknown errors. There, I'm
Unknown
gonna
errors.
clear the unknown part.
Spreading them to y'all now.
Release the truth. The public wants to know.
Fuck the public.
Yo, did you guys see our crazy ass president is going to release all of the JFK files?
Yeah,
Seems like a good idea.
I'm down to see it.
I mean, I am.
Leak
too,
'em- leak
but-
all them secrets. That's
Yeah,
the one
man.
good thing you could do.
That just, whenever some crazy shit like that happens, it means he's gonna do some extra crazy shit, so people are like distracted.
Yeah, right. Like, what's really
Right.
happening? Like, what are they actually trying to do?
Hey,
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 don't worry about what I'm doing over here. Look at the JFK.
Here comes the wool.
files.
Here comes the
Right.
wool.
right? The wall's gonna pop up out of nowhere
Yeah.
while we're reading the JFK files.
Yeah,
Literally just turn around and whoop, there it is. I want to know when the UFO stuff's getting released.
it's gonna
Let
be
us know
like
that there's others out there.
it's gonna be like when on Chappelle's show when he was just letting all the secrets fly and he had the alien. It's like, hey, what was his name, Bobble or something? Like,
Yeah.
Yo, I'm telling you right now, if we ever find out that aliens actually do exist,
Of course,
I don't know
aliens
what
exist.
I would do.
Like, why
But,
do
like,
people
that
think
we-
aliens don't
hold
exist?
on, Rich. Sorry, let me rephrase that. That like we're in
Nah, I wanna hear
contact
that
with them and like
conversation
they
now.
come and visit and shit. If we ever find that out, I will be so afraid.
yeah, me too.
One of us is an alien. What if you find that out?
Boy,
Well, then I'll feel all right about that because we're boys and I feel like I got an in. I'm on the right side.
They're
the
living with
NBA 2K
aliens out
told
here.
on him with that screenshot.
Damn electronics, man.
Can't hide from 2K.
Yeah,
Showed us your real head.
Oh, that's something we got to do on here one day. We got to remember to list our team if aliens came. We had to play one basketball game to save the world.
We got 30 minutes.
We could do it right now. That'd be a good conversation to have.
Yeah, we can do that to finish off this last.
Because all I
half
know
hour.
is John Wall. Scott.
John Wall,
Hold
put
on, I just
down
want to
bottom
mention one
play.
thing about John Wall. John Wall, I think, for us, went up our, we like him rankings so quick.
Shut up.
Because before it was like John Wall, he's all right. We really weren't into him. But then out of nowhere last year, he became the man real quick.
You know why? It wasn't. Well, it was what he did, but it was all thanks to Boston.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
Anything to get at
The
Boston.
whole series
Like,
of
they started
events,
the
honestly.
whole dressing in
Yeah.
black shit, and he took offense to it, and he let him know, on and off the court, and
But-
that shit was fly because fuck Boston.
And even the series before that, when he was just abusing Dennis Schroeder because Dennis Schroeder was there.
Wow, he was killing that dude.
But he lets
You see
him know.
today?
That's
Yes.
why.
That is why.
That's why I don't like Steph. Cause he he don't let anybody know like that. Like John Wall lets you know in the most G way possible.
And backs it up.
He'd
Like-
been flashy like that when he came in doing the Dougie and everything.
Yeah. Like, Rich, when he hit that 3 last year, that solidified him with us.
Yeah, because he jumped on the table and down bottom was playing in the back, and he was
Yeah.
playing and letting people
It's so sick, dude.
The flashing the gang signs.
Yo, yeah, he used to
fly,
flash
like
gang
that.
signs. Like, he used to get and ones and just throw up gang signs and throw up, blood hand signals and stuff.
Do you guys see what he said today?
No.
He said he's the best shot blocking point guard in
Yeah,
the league.
I saw
He
that.
might be.
He's out here tossing everybody.
Point guard?
when he-
Yeah.
I still love, I'll watch the
Yeah, go
highlight sometimes randomly when he dunked on Schroeder and said, "What the fuck wrong with you, boy?"
Yeah. That was fun.
He's so fast. Oh my god.
Yo, remember when he went down the lane against the Hawks and went behind his back and dunked it?
Yeah. He was all over them in that series. That
And
shit
then he was
crazy.
hitting shots at the end of the game and telling 2 Chainz and all them on the sideline that their team was trash.
I'm trying to go see him Wednesday night, man.
You need to.
Hey,
Play
you need
Lonzo.
to.
Yeah.
That's in LA, man. Yo, he's about to light Lonzo up too.
Yes, he is. Didn't he was one of the players that came out after the draft or before it about Lonzo, too.
Yeah,
Was
he
it?
was one of, he said
Oh,
something about
so yeah, that's gonna be
Well,
a
more about
fun
his
game.
dad, but yeah. So just to catch everybody else up, what we're doing, if you've listened to us, you've probably heard us talk about John Wall, World Defender. I don't know how long ago it was.
It was like a
We
year
had
ago.
we had a group chat message, and we figured out if we ever had the Space Jam scenario with the Monstars or an alien team, and the world depended on this game, who was our squad? So we started with John Wall. Well, I don't know if we started with him, but that's
No,
who we're
John
gonna
Wall
start
was
with
the
for
last
today.
person on the game.
He was the last one.
He was the last
trying
one
to
on the
figure out
team.
point guard.
Because I remember McCoy going, John Wall making the team.
Yeah. Yeah, he was like
Boogie
the last
was on
one.
the team as well.
Was Boogie on the team?
I think we had Boogie on the team.
Well, the starting
Well, how
five.
about we just think about it right now?
Well, that's
that-
what we're doing.
yeah.
I think Boogie was on there, wasn't he?
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
We had a debate between him and Cat, maybe.
I don't know. If we start from
that's
scratch,
hard.
though, who's the
Well,
point guard?
I'm writing them down right now. Point guard is John Wall.
All right, so who's the two?
We decided it couldn't be James Harden because I'm not losing because he gets beat backdoor.
Yeah. So we got
This is the
Was it
world
Clay
that depends
Thompson?
on this.
Did we pick Clay?
Clay Thompson. Doesn't need the ball much. You know, he's used to playing with the other stars. He
I
just
would
catch
put
and
him
shoot.
out there. He don't even need a dribble.
Yeah, roll
doesn't-
with Clay.
And he's playing
Yes.
top flight defense on the wing.
Yeah,
So
it doesn't have to be the best person. We got to put together the best squad. This
Yeah.
has to be
Yeah.
a team.
yeah, Clay's
See,
perfect
in a
in that
season,
type of
it's
situation.
just one game we need him to go out there and get for us. The 3 and 4 are going to be a little bit more.
Well, that's hard too,
to
man.
figure
This
out.
is where it gets
Well,
tough.
The three I think is easy. We got to slot in LeBron. there.
LeBron.
It is easy.
But the 4 leaves
Jimmy
you with
Butler,
a lot of
man.
options.
The 4 leaves you with too many options, honestly. Is he Giannis?
I mean,
You're taking
at the
Giannis over
time when we
KD?
made this,
KD?
I
Fuck
don't
KD.
think that
I don't
I
think
don't
it was.
think
man.
Giannis would have been.
KD's
on here,
gonna
but
fall and the
now-
world's gonna
No, we
crumble
did
into
put
pieces.
Giannis on the team, I think.
We did have him on
I think
there?
we did just because he was a freak.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes
Yes.
sense.
He might be playing for the other team though.
Yeah, right.
KD's gonna fall.
Yeah, we don't want KD on. We established that.
Even after that finals performance last year,
Even
though?
after
He's got
that
you
final.
can't have this team and not have KD on it.
Yeah, like
Do we want Giannis instead though?
No, I'm taking both of them. Why can't I take both? There's bench spots.
So no 5, no true 5.
we can just run KD at the 2.
We should go Wall, Thompson, LeBron, KD.
Giannis.
I think we got to have a 5.
Anthony
You
Davis.
can bring
Anthony Davis.
You can bring
It gotta be
Anthony
Anthony Davis
Antetokounmpo
at
off
center.
the bench.
Yeah, okay. So Anthony Davis is the 5.
Okay. AD is the 5. So
Yeah,
Wall,
that
Clay,
dude's been killing
LeBron, KD, and AD. And then he was our 5 on the bench.
AD's
Obviously-
falling down on my rankings. He's disappointing me. AD.
You see his numbers so far?
I see his numbers. He got no wins though.
Well, that's just look at who's good on their team. Him and Boogie.
Step
I was
up,
gonna say
son.
he's
You
got
just told me you
And then
need
they got a
one for
bunch
the
of G League
NBA.
players.
Step up, AD. Step
He
your
did
game
make the
up.
playoffs before with the trash team.
Lebrowski.
Wasn't that his freshman or his rookie year though?
Nah, it was like year 2.
The big Lebrowski better step his game up.
So who you taking at the center then?
Chris Stapps, man.
Chris,
Nah,
Your
you
boy.
ain't taking him over AD.
I'm just
son.
kidding.
You
dude.
He was trying to get us all killed.
You crazy, son.
I just wanted to see the reactions. Look at this.
Son,
This
if
is
we're trying to
perfect.
defend the world, I don't
No,
want to make
I'm-
anyone near our team.
Of course not. I'm all about Cat, dude. Dude's a
Yeah,
monster.
I think I'm kind of with Kev on this. I may go Karl Anthony Towns instead of AD.
I would rock with Cat, but I don't think he's better than AD right now.
He is.
But do you think he fits better on that lineup?
no, I think Anthony Davis fits wherever you put him.
Yeah.
That's a good point. The
what,
motherfucker can do whatever you need
what's
him
Cat
to.
better than him at? Like, you know, they'll both get rebounds. They'll both get blocks.
He's just a
AD
bigger
can
body.
score more. Cat can't score like AD as consistently
Cat's
as
got a bigger
AD.
body. Obviously, scoring's not going to be an issue with the squad we just mentioned, the other 4.
Gotta be able to knock it down, though. Get that. Cat can hit
I
some
want
threes,
I
though.
want that intimidating factor in my 5.
You
as
need
well.
Boogie then. Hitting
yeah,
threes.
if you
all
want
down the court.
intimidation.
Yeah, there's you. Yeah, that's what you need.
Boogie absolutely has to come off the bench in this scenario because he's a dude who comes off the bench when the aliens try and cheat, try and get a little dirty, trying to intimidate us. Throw
Well,
him out there. Let him go wild.
That's why you
Yeah,
need Chris
Draymond.
Stapps, man. He is an alien.
Nah, fuck Draymond. He's not on my team either.
Chris Stapps is an alien, dude. Sneak in there in the huddle.
Right, that's the team we're playing.
Right.
Kristaps and Draymond. They're on the
Giannis
aliens.
Yeah.
is on that team too.
Sons of bitches.
Draymond's
Sam
weird
Cassell.
looking.
Sam Cassell.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ever think Sam Cassell just got pissed off at somebody for clowning on him?
You've been pissed off every day, man.
Punched him, like-
If all you ever heard your entire life, even though you were an NBA star, was that you just looked like an alien all the
Yeah.
time, people joked on you. You had to have gotten tired of it.
What if someone told you look like Sam Cassell?
he's, he's worse than Tyrone Hill. Who's losing that battle?
Popeye Jones. Popeye Jones used to look like the old-fashioned vampire.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Sam Cassell.
Yo, what is that character's name that we, Adam Silver, that I sent in the group chat from Game of Thrones? What is that character's name?
Oh, the guy that was in the House of
The House of the Undead or whatever?
Yeah, yeah.
I
It was
don't
like
remember.
in season 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I
so
don't know
long
why,
ago.
but as soon as you sent that picture and pointed out his ears, that guy's face popped in my head.
Adam Silver scares me.
He's a
That
creepy
character
looking dude.
scared me.
I don't even know who it was, but that shit would look just like him.
Thought it was his brother and shit.
Thought it was him.
It was him out there.
All right, let's finish off the bench here. So if we're going to have both Cat and Boogie on the bench, you guys agree with that or no? We're going to just do a 10-player bench here.
So who was starting? AD?
Yeah.
We'll keep AD in there for now, yeah.
So we got 3 centers, so we straight there.
That's what I'm saying. Do you guys want to do that or you want to cut one out?
We got to get rid of one. That's
Yeah.
too many centers.
We already got
Yeah.
Gianni on there, so
Gianni.
It's a good
yeah,
name.
shorten the name.
By 1 letter?
Yes.
Really fuck his name up too.
Make him sound like a girl and shit.
Boogie Boogie or Cats? Who stays? Who goes?
I'm taking Boogie
I'm taking
Yeah.
Boogie over Cat.
because he
You
can
gotta
be a
have that
backup point guard
intimidation.
too.
I just think Boogie's better right now too.
He does. When they inbound the ball, they
I've
inbound
seen
it
it.
to
I'm
him.
not saying that he can't. I just think it's funny as hell.
He almost had a triple double last night.
Yeah, he's so good.
From
He be
assists.
hitting mad threes. Just pick and pop threes too, like hand in his
Yeah.
face, bang.
He took a dribble step back against who's it against? I don't know, some team they were playing, and it looked like it was like two guard doing it.
He did it to Zaza, but Zaza's hand all up in his face when they
Oh, he
played the
ain't try to-
Warriors. He just got it and popped back with boop. It's
He ain't
like,
try
I'll
to
take
roll
that.
his ankle.
Boogie
will
would have
fight
punched
him.
him. Yeah.
You know what, Rich? I think that what you were just talking about, him being able to have that handle, there's a couple of big guys that can. I think maybe Hype plays into that. That may be a good thing that Hype has done because they've got it so early.
Mm-hmm.
They're still not big. So they learn how to be a point guard or a shooting guard because that's the flashy position.
None of them
Then all
do
of a
that
sudden they
though.
do-
Well, you know why Anthony Davis can handle
I was
right?
just going to say, then all of a sudden they shoot up like
Yeah.
Anthony Davis. That's exactly what happened to him. He was a point guard, grew 6 inches in a year, and they were like, sorry, bro. You got to go down on the block. But he had those skills.
Imagine you just take off for school one summer, you say peace to everybody, and you show up the fall 6 inches
Whole nother
taller.
person.
Half a
Bro.
foot taller.
Like, oh, I don't see you guys for 3 or 4 months, and then oh, here I am, just 6 or 7 inches
I wouldn't know
taller
what to
than
say.
I was.
Like,
I'd probably just start
congratulations
laughing.
to you.
Like,
You probably made a lot of
dude,
money.
What steroids you take over the summer?
Like that's literally something I don't think I've ever seen before.
No.
No, it would be crazy.
I was saying the other day, you know how much it would suck to be like 6'9" and not an athlete? Like you're just big.
You just
For no
messed up in
reason.
life, yeah.
I work with a dude at the bar that's a bouncer, and he's 6'7", 6'8", jacked. People ask him all the time. They're like, "Oh, did you play sports here?" Scott is one of the most unathletic people I have ever met in my life. Couldn't catch or throw a ball to save his life, but he's huge. And people are like, "Oh, you played sports at UNC?" No,
I would
You
no.
just
start
say yes
saying
at that
Big
point.
for no
Yeah,
reason.
I would just start saying yes, like I played some random sport, like you know.
They're not gonna look it up. Just go for it.
You're out at the bar. They're probably drunk anyway.
All right, who's the last 3 on the bench here? Behind LeBron?
Kawhi.
Yes.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yes, we're all in agreement on that.
Curry.
No.
No.
Who's the backup point guard?
Russ.
Well, we got to get to the 2 first. Behind Clay, Jimmy Buckets.
Jimmy Buckets.
Yes.
Or James Harden.
Yeah.
No.
No, because again, like Rich said, we're not
I'm not
losing because
losing.
he wants to lay the goddamn
Yeah.
defender away.
Mm-mm, not today. Not today, James.
Jimmy
backup
Butler
point
then.
guard.
Gotta
What
be the
about-
two.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody agree with Butler, right?
Yes.
The way Wiggins
And then-
been playing now, maybe he's trying to take that spot.
Yeah, and he may be, but not right now. He's
Wiggins
not
does
ready yet.
nothing else but score.
Yeah, that's true. He does
So
that
he's
pretty
James
good
Harden
though.
so far.
No, James
Just
Harden.
younger?
Listen,
He's
no,
younger.
No, James
He's not
Harden.
James Harden.
No, he's not James,
James
Harden.
Harden's on another level.
James Harden is James Harden.
On the offensive side of the ball, that dude is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Who's the backup point guard? CP3?
No, McCoy
Nope.
said no to him because he never made it past the second round.
Yeah,
and we're not
son.
putting him in the
Okay.
game.
Definitely not on the
No
team.
clutch. All right, that's
Can't
fine.
gotta save the world and can't even get
Kyrie?
past the second round.
No.
I
Kyrie?
don't want Kyrie. No.
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 Nah.
Lonzo.
Fuck you. No.
I said Lonzo.
Big
Can we-
baller. We need a big baller.
Can we make it? Can we make it Russ just so we have someone else who's alien?
That's
like,
who I said.
Yeah.
I'm down for Russ.
You want, yeah?
He was killing it at the end of the game last night, son. That game, did you watch that condensed game?
No.
Yeah, you got to see the end of that game, son. Russ was just trading buckets back and forth, and then him and Wiggins. And then Melo hit that 3, and I was like, oh man. Then Wiggins came down and ended it. That shit was fly.
I'm in for Russ.
That game had me pumped. So Russ, it is.
Just keep switching him and Wall. That's too fast.
I'm trying to think of somebody else, but I can't think. We've already nixed 3 point guards, so we're kind of running out of top flight guys.
Chris Dunn.
Chris Dunn.
He can go play with Porzingis.
Just do say Chris Dunn.
Hasn't even played a game yet for us.
And when he has played, he hasn't been good at all.
He showed some signs.
How many games are you are you guys? Are you guys 3 games in?
Yeah.
2 or 3?
We play the Cavs tomorrow, so we're gonna catch a loss there.
5 more until the
Wade coming
slugger
off the
comes
bench
off the
now.
bench.
Yeah, we're
It's all right.
right.
We can catch all the L's we need to
Oh, we're gonna.
in order to get a nice number one pick.
Oh, we're definitely gonna.
Jets didn't know how to suck right, so let's see
No.
if the Bulls do.
I was trying to be hopeful for the Bulls, but I'm
Dude,
not
I'm
doing
actually
that.
I'm happy they are sucking because their dumbasses would pick Darnold, and that guy's gonna be the worst.
that is a good point. We would just waste the pick on somebody dumb.
another USC pick throwing bastard.
You better sign some free agent then.
I'll tell you what, I actually don't think he's going to get drafted this year. I don't think he's going to come out. Like, they just got annihilated by Notre Dame, and he didn't look good again.
You better
Who?
not.
He's Darnold, the quarterback for USC, and he's not a senior, so he could stay in another year.
You
Ain't
better
gonna
stay
have a
right
choice.
there.
Well, that's a weird spot. Like, do you go into the draft and say, and hope people draft you off what you did the year before, or
Well,
do you
he's
risk it
already-
and go back and play another year and suck again?
He's already tops on Mel and Todd McShay's board right now, even with all those picks.
Still?
Yeah, it's
That's
on.
ridiculous.
It was on the front page of ESPN before I signed on here.
Teams get too much into not just the hype part of it, but the measurables. Like we've talked about a
Yeah.
little bit before.
He's gonna go to the
Because that's
combine.
exactly what it is with him. He's the perfect size, the perfect height, perfect weight. He's got arm strength. But obviously, the kid isn't that good when he goes out and plays the friggin' game.
He's gonna go to the combine and throw in shorts and a t-shirt with no D-backs on the field and light it up, and get drafted in the first round.
I hope the Giants take him.
They taking Saquon Barkley, bro.
Who the hell is that?
Is that the running back?
You about to win the Heisman? That's
Hell
on
yeah.
your tree climbing school, Penn State, Rich.
That's right.
Saquon don't even know about that. That's like what,
Yo,
4
they
or
had
5
a
years
tree
ago.
house. They had a tree village.
The canopy was set up.
Oh my god.
That shows like the Fern Gully down there.
Like that level in the King Kong from Nintendo.
Swiss Family
man.
Robinson in that bitch.
We got-
Oh, man.
Oh my god, were they climbing trees?
Your boy Joe Pa.
Who would have thought, right? Shit
This
went
guy.
downhill so quick.
So quick, son. That's
I just thought it
terrible.
was a funny nickname.
Yeah.
If
Come to
only you
find
could have
out.
saw. If only one of us could have saw into the future and showed you that one day while you were
He's like,
in
no,
that.
don't do that one. No, Rich. Pick another name.
I would have let him keep rolling with it.
Right, I'm kind of okay with how it turned out. At least I don't love them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least
Imagine being a
That just turned
diehard
out to be the
Penn State fan,
Lakers.
son.
The Lakers just out here
Right.
molesting people. That would kill you.
it would, because I would have to stop liking them.
That's that's a situation where you can dump your team, right?
Absolutely, 100%.
That's what it takes.
Yeah, there you go. That's what it takes. Unless you're out here climbing trees, you got to keep your
You
team.
gotta roll with them. It could be worse.
God.
You know, one thing that we didn't do with this team, and I don't even think we talked about it when we did the group chat text, coach.
That's easy pop.
Yeah.
I thought you guys were gonna say Roy Williams, you bastards.
None of them, Kev, none of them would come play for him.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought the first thing that was coming out of these fuckers' mouth was gonna be
Not at all.
Roy.
No,
No, you gotta have
Roy's
the
not
NBA
even the
coach.
best college coach. Why would I say that?
Because that's
Who's the
your
best college
idol.
coach?
Probably K.
That was Kev.
Patino. Patino's not the
Okay.
best college coach.
Tino's not a college coach. That motherfucker is fired and
Listen,
unemployed.
in my book, he's the best college coach because he was getting recruits the right way.
Right? Doing what he
Hose and
needed to do.
sneakers.
Oh,
Strippers
Coach
and
K.
sneakers.
All right, I got you.
Yeah. Who'd you think I meant?
I don't know. You just say K. I don't know what the hell K.
Oh, yeah, Coach K. Sorry. Yeah, I think he's probably the best college coach, like pure coach.
Goddamn
That's
right
right.
he is.
I mean, it's whack, but it's the truth.
It's trash. Nope, not my truth.
Not my
Sorry,
truth.
He didn't win a national championship last year. It's all good,
Yeah,
boys.
that's right.
Does he
How
have
many he
five?
got total?
5. He's got your whole team's
Does he?
worth.
Nah, man.
We have 7.
Yeah, we have 7.
Oh.
And Roy has what, 3 with us?
Yes.
Roy's gonna catch him.
No, he's not.
Probably not, but I'm gonna say he is.
You guys went mad long in between like championships.
When?
93 and then 05. Yeah.
Yeah, but
12
before that it
years.
was like 84 to 93, right?
Yep.
Or 82.
83 or 82, I
83,
think.
It
yeah.
was 82.
82. What was Jordan, a sophomore when that happened?
Yes.
Then he came back one more year, right?
Yep.
Who's winning it this year?
UNC.
No, they're not.
UConn?
They might.
UConn.
Duke.
It is their
Not
turn.
Trash, Rich.
I don't
They're
know.
terrible.
The Blue Devils.
Remember they won the first year with Napier when Kevin Ollie just got there and everybody
Yeah.
thought
Yeah, that was the last.
Rich
Kevin
wanted him on the
Williams
Lakers.
players, and- Who do you go to? The Heat?
Yeah.
Who, Napier? He got draft day traded, I think. The Heat took him and then traded him somewhere.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
I don't know, Kev. It's like college basketball because of the freshmen. You can never tell how the hell they're going to play. So to pick a team right now, I think is kind of foolish. But the Tar Heels could be in that group.
The tournament makes it so hard, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Trying to win 6 straight games like that is tough.
So I gotta be a champion.
Kentucky's
That's
gonna win.
crazy.
Who's even like the player on Kentucky this year?
All of them.
All of them.
Yeah, but they usually always have like that. Like, who's the top recruit? I think Bagley, right? Or is it Porter?
Yeah, no, it's Bagley.
Okay.
Bag.
He's
At
on
least the
Duke.
last time I saw a ranking. It was.
What team is he on?
Duke, Marvin Bagley.
Marvin Bagley.
Yeah, I think he's a point guard, right?
Yeah.
So the Bulls can go ahead and get him.
Let's watch and see if he's all right, if he's any good or not.
And he's from Duke. He's going straight to
And
the
for
Bulls.
Bagley.
All
They
the
had
Duke
Tyus
players go to
Thomas
the
2 years
Bulls.
ago. He was a one and done, or 3 years ago. He's in the NBA. He's doing real good, isn't he?
Who?
I don't know. He doesn't
Tyus
really play.
Jones.
Yeah.
I think
Tyus
he's
Thomas.
solid from like when I've seen him like get in and playing like preseason and shit. I think he could be okay.
Fuck Tyus.
You want the Bulls to take an okay player?
He didn't go number 1 though.
Right? What the hell are you talking about?
What do you go? 7, 8?
No, he didn't go
No.
that high.
Yeah, like he was a lottery pick because of what he did in the Final Four in the NCAA run.
I don't think he was.
You think he went in the lottery? I think he went later than that.
Pretty sure he went in the lottery.
Because they had Winslow, Okafor in the lottery, and Winslow
Yep.
went 10. So there's no way Jones went
Tyus
top
didn't even
after
go in
that.
the first round.
Yeah.
No, he wouldn't have come out of college. Well,
Yeah, what else? What's he going to go
They can't
back
go
for?
He
Well, they can't go
sucks.
back.
He's not going to be a.
He was the 24th pick in the
Is
first
he
round.
really that late?
Yep. 24th pick by Cleveland.
That's close to the lottery.
And then he
Yeah,
got traded to
it was.
Minnesota.
I'll
Like a
score
dozen-
on him in the
a dozen
gym.
or
How
so
you like
of-
that?
It's like half the round away from the lottery, but
What's a dozen?
they weren't like the Tar Heels when we had all 3 of our picks go in the lottery, and then they were all trash anyway.
Who was that? Felton?
May.
McCain?
May?
May and
May?
McCants.
Your
Picking
boy
May was
Sean
so
May?
stupid to begin with. But you knew he was going to be trash.
Yeah, he is not an NBA body. That's the same thing with like Kennedy Meeks getting a contract.
Yeah, right. Well, he got he was a second round pick at least, not a lottery pick. So
True, yeah,
he deserves
true.
a shot.
Your
He
boy
can
Jordan
rebound.
picked May, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, way to go, Mike.
He never picks good.
Was he there though yet, or was he still with Washington?
Well, that
No,
was
he
in
was
what,
still there.
06 or 05?
Yeah, it was the 05 draft.
I don't know.
think
I
he
think
was-
he may have
They were
been with
still the
Washington
Bobcats.
still.
Yeah,
I'm blaming him.
of course you are. But like Felton's still out there in the league,
Yo, how did he get so fat?
living good,
drinking.
man.
That used
He's eating
that
good.
used to get up. Dude used to get up and down the court and fly.
He still
and
got
now
it?
it looks like he can't even get past half court without having to put a hand up and get taken out.
He was blowing by people in that Thunder Knicks game. He was giving the Knicks the
The Knicks, of course. Is the Frenchman out there? Let me find out who Ray was busting the Frenchman. Fat Ray.
Felton out here at 250.
Just call him Fat Ray.
Speaking of hype and Felton, the hype. I know Rich and Kev, you guys probably haven't heard about him yet, but Felton's nephew is a freshman at North Carolina, Jalik Felton. Just from what I've read and seen from him so far, he looks like he's going to be really good. Possibly one and done type of kid.
Well,
He ain't
gotta
fat,
continue
is
the
he?
tradition of great
No, he's
Carolina
not.
point guards.
Not fat yet. The fatness waits until they leave UNC.
That's right.
It's funny because of those 3 that were drafted that we were talking about were bust. The best one is probably Marvin Williams, and people think he is a bust. but he's been in the league and like he
Yeah,
has a
like
role.
he's had a real
and-
solid career.
Yeah.
Just sitting on the sucky ass Hawks. That's why.
Didn't he get
For so
drafted
long in the
before
beginning.
Chris
Chris
Paul.
Paul?
Yep.
Yeah, he went.
went
like,
too.
he was the first pick for the Tar Heels that year, and it was top 3.
Who went first that year?
Bargnani, maybe?
No.
No.
What year was it?
2005 draft.
2005 draft. Yeah, it's yeah, he went like Darren Williams, Chris Paul went after
Your boy
him.
Darren Williams.
There were some solid players after him, but Andrew Bynum went 1.
No, he didn't.
No, not Andrew Bynum.
Bogut.
Andrew Bogut, I mean. just
Andrew
looking at,
Bynum went 1. That's
Bynum
the
went
best.
Bogut,
Rich,
that's it.
yo,
That's
Rich
right,
in the
not
back
Bogut.
saying no, he didn't in his class. Like, oh,
was
don't tell
Bogut,
me
it's
Andrew
Andrew.
Bynum was picked
I
1.
pulled it up and I saw both of their names and I said the wrong one.
Just Rich's reaction was great. Out here trying to tell me the Lakers had the number 1 pick.
Right.
Right, for one
That's,
of the,
I didn't
and that's
know,
something
man.
I forgot.
for one of the young
Yeah,
dudes I've seen
that's
Rich
right.
ride harder for than ever for the Lakers. He knows when he was picked.
Man, if he was a number
Yo,
1 pick,
hold
he would
on.
have been done 2 years earlier.
Andrew Bynum is good. He was good. He was really
Okay.
good.
I just said that you rode harder for him than I've seen pretty much any Laker ever.
Not D'Angelo Russell. And I hope everyone's
Not
happy
yet.
he's gone.
Not
now.
yet.
I hope
It's
everyone's
it's only
happy
been-
he's off the team. Because
I know
you know
you're not.
what?
You gotta
D'Angelo
rush it.
Russell.
Checking out that picture every night.
Yes. It's on my
Holding it ever
nightstand.
so gently.
D'Angelo Russell was better than Brandon Ingram.
Now y'all need a
And he
score.
still
You
is
had him.
better than Brandon Ingram. And everyone has their dreams. I really want to hate on Brandon Ingram for some reason.
That's
But
why.
I-
Because you like your
'Cause now you're mad about Russell.
D'Angelo Russell love, and he's
It-
not there.
It's not, but like this dude, like he got traded and it was like, oh, he's like for 2 years I heard he was a bust and how he was this and how he was that. Now he's on the Nets killing it, and everyone put all their dreams into Brandon Ingram, and he's over here scoring 7 points a game.
Yo, this is one of those situations where I wish that this was bigger and like there was a producer, so there could be some like sad music for Rich. We could get a little solo shot of him, split screen of D'Angelo next to him.
He's the only one I
D'Angelo,
like.
D'Angelo
Honest
just had to go
God,
to
I
New York,
love,
man.
I love that he's balling out and it hurts you that much, Rich. And I only say that because it makes it a little bit easier when you still constantly throw that Jimmy Butler shit into our
Yeah.
group chat every once in a while.
That's right. Now we got something to clap back with. So.
I think- yeah,
D'Angelo
come
said there's
back
too
with that
much
picture.
too much glitz and glamour in L.A. for him, man. He had to go to the Hard Knocks. He went to BK. Show him how
Luckily
to
for
ball.
him, nobody cares about the Nets enough to call him a bust. So
Well, he,
Yeah, right.
fine,
Nobody's
man.
showing up there.
yeah.
he learned from Jeremy Lin in that short amount of time.
He's still there in spirit.
Great tutelage right
Hold
there.
on.
They need to take some of that hair off of Lin's head and put it in his patella tendon, and he'll be all right. He come back extra quick.
Patella tendon.
All better out here.
Out there dunking from the free throw line. How you get back so quick?
Some
Got that-
Asians, man.
got
they're
that
the
hair.
best. Got them all them natural remedies out there.
You got that the locks in there.
Tiger Balm.
D'Angelo is averaging 21 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists, almost 2 steals, and he's shooting 51%. Kid is
Bust.
nice.
Nope, could have gave you all the scoring you needed in LA.
Fucking people, man.
It was the Lonzo love. I'm actually surprised that you don't hate Lonzo more than Ingram, because they needed to make room for a point guard to get Lonzo.
No, but see, the stupid part is that they could play in the backcourt together. Like, their problem was making D'Angelo have to be the point guard when he's better off the ball, where he could have been
okay.
he could have been a 2 with good vision,
Why didn't Magic see that?
because Magic just didn't like him. Like,
They
I don't think
needed
they
a
like.
scapegoat.
He was
too.
blinded.
Do you think, Rich? Do you think that that stuff in the locker room?
I think
Hurt?
there
You
was
think that was what did it?
there was a lot of things around D'Angelo. Like, they said he was immature. They said he did a lot of things that people
Well, he's
didn't
19.
like. Yeah. But
Right.
hate on him and trade him, but bring in the guy whose father doesn't know how to act and has his own YouTube show and makes his own rap singles and stuff So
I've seen more interviews with Lamar Ball after Laker games than I have with Lonzo Ball.
yeah, someone said on Twitter, if I have to hear how he feels about every Lonzo performance, this is gonna get old real quick.
Well, you're gonna have to because
Yeah.
he's talking about him. Like that's what it is. They're interviewing him as soon as the game's over, like he played and shit.
I told him
The media sometimes like, just stop going to him.
That's his boy.
That ain't gonna happen.
I told McCoy the other night, there's a part of me that like I'm really gonna be okay with it if they trade him off for some like real superstars.
Like go out and get Russ, LeBron, somebody else. and
Yeah, like
just-
I'm not there yet, but there's a part of me that's like, yo, they should do that.
That's just gonna put you into the cycle though of like that's what you're gonna have to constantly do. Like just
Then I'm
get
fine
these
with
star
that.
players when they get old and washed, dump them, try to get young again, get the assets and trade. Like, but to win, I feel like that's fine. As long as you're winning the championships in those good years.
As long as they have it, all I want is a chance.
Yeah, I'd take it. Starting from the bottom sucks. Like, trying to get some free agents and shit.
All right, good spot to end this one, guys. Thanks for tuning in another week. The fellas,
Peace.
we're out.